Well, hey, it's episode number 2, and I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about, hey, why did you name this 40 Shades of Wellness? Well, I'm 44 years old, and I have to tell you guys something. On my 40th birthday, this is going to sound weird, but I just felt like I woke up and felt really different. Actually, I woke up with a migraine. Did you guys know that migraines are actually a huge sign of hormonal changes? So let's talk about some of the other symptoms that perimenopause brings. And guess what? These symptoms can actually start around age 34, 35, 36. And there isn't an exact blood test that is going to say, hey, guess what? You're in perimenopause, okay? So this is very symptom based. And so like I said, for me, my first sign were these migraines, okay? Other things that are going to start happening in your body because your hormones are fluctuating at rapid speeds. And so it's almost like we're teenage boys, you guys. It's crazy. So other symptoms, this is a big one for a lot of ladies that I work with, is that moodiness and the mood swings. Another really popular one is the belly weight gain, increased hunger, here comes some fancy words, glucose intolerance. Hormones are going to be fluctuating up and down as we move into our early 40s, okay? And this can cause some issues with our blood sugars, even if you've never been hypoglycemic a day in your life. I'm sure that you guys have all heard of the common ones, trouble sleeping and hot flashes, and those can tend to start a little later in our 40s, but I want y'all to really focus on what's happening in your early 40s and really monitor it. Some other signs that you may notice, you may just not feel like hanging out with your girlfriends as much as you used to. You may just want to stay home some nights, and that's okay. Our bodies are changing, and it's okay to say, hey, I think I'm going to stay home tonight. I also want you to be aware of the anxiety and the depression that can creep in, because this is a really important topic, and I want you to know that it is normal, but of course to find somebody to really be able to talk about this with, and that is why I truly believe that us women need to stick together as a community. You need a solid support system of friendships and community that truly care about your health issues and your overall health. Okay, we'll just talk about one more sign, and that could be skin rashes that start to show up. But let's get into something more fun besides all of these symptoms of hormone health. If I could give you just one tip, it would be try not to overload on the caffeine. It's okay to have 1 cup of coffee or 1 cup of something with some caffeine in it, but I will tell you that can mess up your cortisol levels when you're overloading with caffeine. That combined with fluctuating hormones, you guys, it's gonna become a little bit of a bigger mess. So what should you do as an exhausted lady? Maybe you're working full time, raising kids, and here come those hormones fluctuating up and down. Well, if I could give you one tip, it would be to prioritize sleep, protein, and nutrients. If you're someone that struggles with sleep, here is another tip, and it might be hard for you to do, but I want you to give it a try this week. Turn off your phone, or put it under your bed or in another room by 9 p.m. all the way off. All electronics need to be off. Your brain needs to sleep, okay? Do you have any idea how many thoughts go through our heads per day, per minute, per second? If you want to turn off those thoughts while you sleep, you don't need your phone and you don't need to be scrolling right before bed. Turn it off. All right, we are switching up topics on over to my other favorite topic, mindset. Remember how I just said that your brain has so many thoughts coming in? I want you to start recognizing, are those thoughts positive or maybe not so positive? Over the past 10 years of having my own business, if there's one thing that I have learned, it's to replace those negative thoughts with positive ones. Sounds easy, right? Well, it's something that I honestly still struggle with. the thought of pouring my heart out on a podcast into a microphone for all of you to hear, I was terrified. But what I know is that the one thing that got me through the poor voices, poor mindset, however you want to say it, was podcasts. So how could I not share my heart about something that I truly, truly believe helped me? Here we go. No one is going to listen to my podcast. That's a negative thought. Of course I have that in my head. We're human, you guys. It's normal. So step one is to recognize that, yes, I'm going to have negative thoughts. But step two is to start getting really curious around those thoughts. And why are you having those thoughts? Let's use my negative thought as an example. No one's going to listen to this podcast. Well, I got out a piece of paper and a pen and I wrote down, no one's going to listen to my podcast. But under it, I wrote, why isn't anyone going to listen to my podcast? And under that, I wrote down all of my skills, my strengths, my knowledge, and what I've been through in life. And then I crossed out, no one's going to listen to my podcast. I replace it with, if I can help just one lady in their 30s, 40s, 50s, or beyond laugh, smile, or just relate to me, then this podcast would be so worth it. Over the past 10 years, that one person has multiplied, you guys. That one person has been sent to me, and that one person has told one person, and she's told a person, and it has just multiplied. You can do the scary things. You can replace that negative voice with something positive. I want you to try it. Grab a pen and paper tonight and just start journaling. Write down those negative thoughts and get super curious around them. Why am I thinking this? And you can go a little bit deeper and just really figure it out. I encourage you to grab a pen and a piece of paper tonight and write down some thoughts. I'd love to hear them and kind of help you pivot them. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed episode number 2. Don't forget, tell a girlfriend, and I am so excited to chat with y'all soon.